What's going on, AWGFAM? Welcome back to the channel. Today I have something fucking special for you guys. It is a story time. Before we jump into that, I just want you guys to know I do have, because I'm sure half of you fuckers don't watch to the end of the goddamn video, because I'll be honest, most of the time I don't watch to the end of most videos. So, I usually skip all that bullshit. But I do have Parler, Instagram, and a PayPal. So if you guys are looking to connect with me, I have Parler and Instagram and PayPal if you guys want to donate. And I have had my first donation, and I want to say thank you, Bridget. You're the best. You didn't have to do that, but I really do appreciate you. You're awesome. Now today, our story time. This has to do with Edgar and I back when we were in Italy. And it's not just me and Edgar. It's me, Edgar, G. Actually, G wasn't there on this one. No, it was me and Edgar, Scott, which I don't know if we brought Scott up. Scott worked at the MWR in Italy and made the best fucking baked goods I've ever had in my life. Still to this day. Never had baked goods as good as fucking Scott. Scott, I love you, miss you, and we lost you too early, buddy. Scott passed away a few years ago to cancer. Scott was in his late 30s. So, that was pretty rough. But, this story is largely wrapped around Scott. And in this story, Scott... Let me finish off, tell you. So, me, Edgar, Scott, Malloy. Malloy, jump into his backstory real quick. Malloy joined, ended up fucking his leg up somehow. I don't know how he fucked his leg up. But he ended up getting out. He wouldn't go on deployment with us. He didn't actually man the fuck up like the rest of us did. And on top of that, the piece of fucking garbage that he was stole Edgar's TV and Xbox. While we were in Afghanistan. So if you ever see this video, man, go fuck yourself, you fucking asshole. But back in the day, we had something called the Malloy cocktail. Let me tell you what the Malloy cocktail comprised of. We don't fucking know. Had muscle relaxers and painkillers in it. And it was just what pills he'd give us and we down the hatch. Here's the thing. We were dumbass kids back then. Alcohol was highly prevalent. We were 18 and we were allowed to drink in Italy. 18, 19, 20 years old. Allowed to drink in Italy. So, what do you expect to happen? There's going to be some dumb shit. You're going to do stupid shit. You learn, you move on. And I'm glad that fucking chapter of my life is over. Because that's not shit I would do to this fucking day. And I am sitting here telling you guys it's not fucking worth doing. The experience wasn't that fucking great. Malloy actually fucking laid down in the middle of the dance floor and went to fucking sleep at a fucking massively large club. Laid down in the middle of the fucking dance floor and went to sleep. Also laid down on top of a fucking table that same night and went to sleep because of the shit that he was on. The shit that we were doing back then. Me personally, it never affected me like it did him, but I also didn't take anywhere near as much as that dude was taking. I was like, no, I'm okay. I'm looking to at least be able to remember my night. So, let's move forward though. So Malloy and this dude bought this fucking car together, and that night we were all drinking, being stupid, drinking and driving ended up happening that night, going out to the club. Don't condone that either. Don't fucking do it. It's not worth losing your license and paying, God, fucking 8-10 grand. Not worth it. It's just not. Don't fucking do it. Stay away from it. They have Uber, Lyft, and they have these wonderful things called cell phones. Fucking call somebody. Don't fucking drink and drive. It's that fucking easy. Okay? Now that that's out of the way. So that night, we're trying to figure out where we're going to go. And Scott's like, ooh, I want to go with you guys. So we're like, fuck yeah, come on, let's roll. Now, we go out to the clubs, we drink all night, we go fucking party, and we go to get back on post. Like I said, we've all been drinking. Well, Malloy's dumbass, when we go to pull through the gate, doesn't have his paperwork for the fucking car. So we get stopped at the fucking gate. Guy's asking us a million fucking questions. And of course, we're all sitting there like, oh, we are so fucked. We are so fucked. We're so fucked. We are so fucked. He's going to get breathalyzed. And there's going to be a recall formation. And we are going to be in so much goddamn trouble. Well, thankfully, that didn't happen. But before that, Scott is outside the bar and we're all talking, and Scott all of a sudden goes, oh shit. And we're like, what's up, dude? And he's like, I don't have my ID to get back on post. And we're like, oh fuck. Well, at some point we decided that it was a good idea for Scott to get in the trunk of Malloy's fucking car. And we were going to smuggle him back on the post that he worked on. So they should have had, logically you would have documentation of this person working on this installation. Apparently we weren't using logic that night. Fuck logic. We all thought it was a great idea for Scott's ass to get in the fucking trunk of this car. So now we're sitting at the gate, not only sweating bullets over the fact that we might get called in for a DUI, but also knowing that Scott is in the fucking trunk! And if they decide to search this fucking car, they're gonna find Scott laying in this fucking trunk. So, they end up telling us to pull into the parking area to park our car. And Malloy was gonna look for the paperwork that he didn't have. Well, MPs come over, talk to us, and Malloy's like, look, I can't find this paperwork. I don't know where it is. So the MP's like, fine, you know what? Just leave the car here and bring us the paperwork in the morning and you can get the car. Mind you, Scott's still in the fucking trunk. So, we're all like, okay, but in our heads we're also like, oh fuck, Scott's still in the fucking trunk, and he can't get the fuck out. So, what do? We leave the fucking car there and we walk back, and meanwhile, I'm blowing Scott's phone up. Scott's phone, come to find out, was dead the whole fucking time. So nobody could get a hold of Scott. Next day, here's the thing. All night we were sweating bullets. Like, fuck, how are we going to get him out of there? How are we going to come up with a plan to smuggle Scott out of this fucking trunk? Well, like I said, we never hear back from Scott. So, honestly, by the next morning, we're like, holy fuck, Scott's got to be dead. Scott, we're going to go back, we're going to open this trunk, and there's going to be a dead fucking body sitting in the trunk, and it's going to be Scott. Fucking nicest guy on the planet. And we're like, oh fuck, we are in so much fucking trouble, Well, we end up seeing Scott at the MWR because we get to the car and Scott's not in it. Scott's not in the trunk. Scott's not even in the fucking car. So we're like, what the fuck? Well, we go to the MWR that day and there's Scott. And we're like, bro, what the fuck happened? Where did you go? How did you get out? Dude, what the fuck? What happened? So, no bullshit. Scott said he popped the latch for the seat while he's in the trunk. Seat falls forward and he crawls himself through the fucking trunk, pops his head up and looks to see. Well, no MPs are paying attention. Goes to the passenger side of the car and pops the back door and slips himself out. And then sits there and keeps watching to see if they're paying attention, which they weren't. So Scott stands up and just walks the fuck away from the car. Just walked away from the fucking car. Nobody fucking noticed shit. No bullshit. We smuggled Scott on fucking post in the trunk of the fucking car that night. Stupidest fucking shit we've ever fucking done. By far, one of the stupidest things we ever fucking done. And I'll say right now, I love Scott. I miss Scott to death. Scott was one of the nicest fucking guys on the planet. I really wish we would have been able to connect after Italy. I'm glad that he made it out of the fucking trunk of that goddamn car. Because I really thought I was going to see a body in there in the morning. Honestly, we all thought we were going to end up seeing a body in there. We felt so fucking bad for Scott that night. God damn, we felt so bad for Scott that night. We figured either he was spending the night in a fucking trunk we were going to find some fucked up shit in the morning. But Scott ended up being fine. Partied way more with Scott. And Scott had this fucked up game that he came up with. We would go bowling on post, and he would take the crust from a pizza and shove it in, like, the finger hole of bowling ball. I know, fucking disgusting. And they would roll it down, hit the pins with the ball, and let the ball come back, and then eat the piece of crust. They called it merry-go-round bowling. It was the nastiest shit. I refused. I was like, absolutely not. I don't know whose fingers have been in those holes, and I don't know what buttholes those fucking fingers have touched. To include their own. So, fuck all that noise. Ain't happening. No sir, no thank you. Absolutely not. Y'all can have that shit. But that's my story time for tonight. Good old Scott. Love you, miss you, buddy. And shout out to your mom. I actually did this story for your mom because I know your mom misses you. And I figured this was a story that your mom would probably fucking laugh at because of how stupid we were. The stupid shit that we did in Italy. And honestly, there are so many fucking stories that Edgar and I have, and it's so hard to remember those stories right off the top of our head and just spit it out there, right? Honestly, this story Edgar and I were talking about, he brought up Scott, and it was like, oh my god, do you remember when we smuggled him in the post on the trunk? And he was like, holy shit, bro, I forgot. I was like, oh my god, dude, I totally forgot that we fucking did that. Holy shit. The stupid shit you do when you're young as fuck, man. But let me know what you think about the story time. Leave me some comments. You know what to do. Love you, AWGFAM. Love you, XMCFAM. I'm out. What's going on, AWGFAM? So, want to welcome you back to the channel because today we have something. God damn it, why the fuck am I staring at the microphone like the microphone's got a goddamn camera on it? I'm a fucking retard.